So what are we doing?
We are doing the 2020 Great Purge, or just the Purge, or just not even 2020. We're just purging. We're getting rid of some stuff. We have amassed a whole lot of junk, and we need to get rid of it.
Yeah, this was your idea. You're supposed to do it like a year ago.
I was supposed to do it a year ago. I set it on my calendar at the start of 2020. My New Year's resolution was to eliminate all waste from my life. That didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. I actually think the pile of waste got bigger. So we're making it a thing. We're specifically doing this a vlog to make sure it happens. We're gonna amass everything that we don't need, and this also, Raph got roped into this as well. We're going to just...
I got a lot of stuff I don't need.
We're just gonna throw stuff away that we don't need. It doesn't matter how attached I am to it. If I don't need it, it's out the door. That's the idea, at least. Also because my room's a freaking mess.
You need to let go of your earthly tethers.
Yes. Have you heard the poetry of the great monk Lahima?
How are we starting?
So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the living room because we have a lot of equipment.
Heavy bag's still moving. Heavy bag's still moving.
We have a lot of equipment here that we have no place for. So what I wanted to do first is organize everything we have in the living room. Get all of our equipment in one spot, get all of our not equipment stuff in other spots wherever they need to go. A place for everything in its place. And also, I need to clear out some room because we're gonna move stuff out of our rooms and store it here. So that way we can clean our respective areas as much as we need to. That's the plan anyways. We'll see how far we get because that's a lot of stuff.
All right, let's do it.
It's a rainy day. It's a perfect time to get on your knees and clean.
Let's rock and roll.
Rock and roll. So, in a little bit, we're going to be doing something very personal, at least to me. This is a very intimate peek behind the curtain, behind the facade that is my public life. There's a lot about me that I don't talk about too often. There's a lot about me that people do know about, that I talk about to my close friends, but the point of the matter is I do not have the best of mental health. There's a lot that I go through that I don't necessarily feel comfortable sharing with a lot of other people. This is one of them. My room. I'm a firm believer that a person's environment, specifically where they live, or even more specifically where they sleep, is a very big indicator of their personality. Like if you have a very neat and tidy room, in other aspects of their life, they might put a lot of effort towards looking neat and tidy. If their room is messy, they might not be the most put together person. I'm an interesting individual in that I do put a lot of effort into appearing at least a little bit neat and tidy in my public life, but you gotta peek inside, you gotta peek behind that mask, and you see this. There's literal garbage on my floor. Stuff that I've meant to throw away for a long time. I just didn't, for whatever reason or another. I just decided, I'll do it later. And forgot about it. And then just continued to walk past it for the rest of its stay there. Most stuff I just don't have a place for. I've collected stuff throughout the years that I just don't want. I don't like stuff, but people have given me stuff. I have collected stuff have broken that I'm just like, I don't know what to do with this now. I'm just gonna set it here temporarily until I find a place for it. And that just became its place. I think it's very indicative of my current personality, my current mindset. I never intended to be here for any extended period of time. This was meant to be temporary. And yet I've been here for a number of years. And I've had that kind of mentality of just, I'll put it away. Somewhere temporary until I figure out a permanent place, a permanent solution for it. And that just became its permanent place. So in a bid to address some of these mental health problems, I am going to use this opportunity to metaphorically, metaphysically, spiritually, put everything in its place. I'm gonna clear out the garbage, I'm gonna clear out the junk, stuff that was meant to be placed temporarily will be moved to a permanent place, a place for everything in its place. Clear out the junk, declutter, restrict my ability to create more mess, which is a big problem. I don't do well with large areas to stay in. The more opportunity that I have to just push something out of the way, the more chance I'll take it. I'm going to restrict the amount of opportunities that I had to push something away to create more mess. And hopefully in doing so, I'm going to create a healthy environment, which will hopefully foster a healthy mental attitude or emotional attitude.
So what are you doing here, Raph?
Well, I'm just getting rid of some stuff. So here's the thing, because obviously this was initially your idea to do all of the whole Purge situation. But the thing is, like, I'm a bit of an archivist by nature. So my tendency is to try and preserve things, especially things of sentimental value. And I think that's probably compounded by the fact that over the years we've lost a good deal of many sentimental items that are just gone and we don't know what happened to them. But there's also a lot of stuff that are just, like you said, just stuff that I need to get rid of and that have been around for a while. Especially older clothes. I'm gonna get rid of a lot of older clothes and probably donate them.
Yeah.
And also some old books to donate as well, like especially from university and college. I still have some texts and stuff like that, and textbooks and whatnot that I own but don't use.
Yeah.
I think you have some as well, right? You have
Yep.
some textbooks that you want to get rid of.
I haven't opened them since college.
Yeah. Well, first things first.
What's all this?
Well, this is a new bag, and so that brings us to this thing, which has been gathering dust, literally.
Oh dear, I can see it on the camera.
Yeah, and this was my high school backpack, which was the better part of a decade ago now. Oh my goodness, I still have a school ID in there. Oh my goodness, what's even all in here? Here's my beat up binder. Got like some assignments in there. Let me just unload this whole darn thing. I got a protractor, got some pens, mechanical pencil. Oh, calculator.
Is that a real ass calculator?
It still works. Holy smokes, a lot more pens. Oh, it's so dusty in here. A singular paperclip.
Never know when you'll need it.
Here are some of the textbooks I was talking about. Yeah, a lot of scholastic writings and things like that. Book on rhetoric. Whole lot of highlighters, actually,
Brand
that
new.
are unpackaged.
Oh, still in the box.
Number 2 pencils, I suppose. You need to take a test.
That was such an odd standard.
Oh, this got bent.
Oh man.
Oh, this has probably been being bent for like 6 years straight. Dividers, unused, unopened. Physics for the design arts.
I like that.
Yeah, you know what? That might be useful. That might be useful still.
Yeah, let me look at it before you tell me.
Oh, I think this didn't have a proper sketchbook, so I was just doing sketches and for all of the art when I was in college. I'm no good at sketches.
Well, have you heard Neil Gaiman talk about sketches?
No.
He says when you're a writer and you're writing for a comic book, you gotta make these little thumbnails to see how the flow of the comic's gonna go. Just as long as the artist never sees them.
All right, let's bring in a couple of bags so we can start sorting things.
Let's do it. I don't know if that worked.
Perfect. All right, trash.
Actual trash.
This freaking ID. Home of the Cedars, they were. That's a keep pile. That's a donation pile. You want a protractor?
Nope.
That's trash.
That's literally just a stick.
That's a literal stick. I've got other singular paper clips in here. Very soon they'll pile up into a group of paper clips. We're surrounded by calculators now.
You'll never have a calculator on you when you grow up, Raph.
Yeah, that's what they say. Got calculators on our phones, got calculators on our computers. Just everywhere I turn, I've got a calculator. So
You can't hide from them.
now this thing's all bent out of shape, but what do I do with it? Mostly empty.
It's a proper.
There's a cat ninja back there.
Nice. Yeah, I just say dump the bent paper and then keep the load. Keep the rest.
This is like tearing a phone book. Just paper bundled together. It's really tough.
Yeah.
That's gonna be messy. Decent. This is my current read. These are scripts. Here's the screenplay for Fathom we still have here.
Oh, look at that.
There's oh, this one's marked up. This is the actual shooting scripts we used. This was the Midnight Reaper.
Wow.
You remember this one? This one doesn't have any notes though.
Here.
Searching. Here's the actual shooting script I used while doing searching. Oh yeah, some bulletins from church, ID mail stuff. Oh yeah, this is all the better part of a decade old as well. More books under these Bibles. Smarter way to learn JavaScript.
Did you ever learn JavaScript?
Nope. The C programming language. Not sure how many of these business cards I need. Handwritten little cards of appreciation that the pastor sends every time I speak at the Gospel Center.
Oh, nice.
Hold on to these a little bit. Here's a movie ticket. I think this is The Incredibles 2,
Oh, snap.
back in the summer of 2018. Also, these are old aviators. These are actually broken. The nose bridge, it's missing one nose bridge there. And so it's still wearable, but it's highly uncomfortable, which is why I've gotten new aviators since then. But these sadly could probably be thrown away.
Yeah.
I guess this is what the Purge is for.
That's what
But
it's for.
these are my favorite, not my favorite, my first pair of aviators. First ever. Probably my favorite too. I like the silver line. They're really cheap, but they were my first. I think that's it. I think this desk actually got cleared. I thought that desk would never get cleared. Yeah, now time for clothes. So unfortunately, we forgot to roll audio when we first entered my closet, but to preface this area, I have a number of unused or non-fitting clothes that I have been gifted over the years that I'm looking to get rid of, as well as a number of outdated electronics that have gathered in there, which I lovingly refer to as the graveyard. So here's the Canon EOS M box, the very camera that you're holding right now, the first DSLR we got. So this is old, and it does have some discs in it though, with instruction manuals and actually more clothes. This could actually get donated. This was my original slacks. Those don't fit me anymore. Okay, so now we get to the graveyard stuff. This is a router. There's a mouse, the power supply unit.
A whole ass power supply unit.
Oh my goodness, you'll never guess what I found.
What is that?
It's an iPod.
That's an iPod?
That's an iPod.
A genuine iPod? That's probably
looks-
worth money.
That probably is. I wonder if it still works. USB adapter of some sort. The box for the Zoom H1. Probably
that's a-
turning into there.
That's a...
Oh, that's a
wireless
Wi-Fi.
connector.
Yeah, Wi-Fi adapter. Well, I think the actual adapter is somewhere, because it's not in here.
we might have it on one of our machines. It's just kind of sitting there.
The GTX 760. That's not even the latest and greatest that I'm using right now.
That's not even close to the latest and greatest.
This was my original keyboard. Don't need that either. Oh, also here's a T-shirt.
What is that?
I have no idea. Oh, you want to see some interesting history?
Oh, yeah.
You remember this thing?
I do.
That's an Xbox 360 camera.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's so grody. Oh, hey, here's our old webcams that we used for streaming before we got our good ones that we're using now. Samsung mic stand that's not being used anymore. This is a wire. It looks like a power wire too. That might be, no, it's for this power supply unit.
Oh.
Oh, hey, you want a blast from the past? Yeah, this is a Turtle Beach headset. These used to be a big deal.
Those were the biggest deal. I remember I was like, oh, you gotta get one of those.
Yeah, now it's just like, what the heck am I gonna do with that?
You got...
What the heck am I looking at?
Is that a motherboard?
Yeah, this was for my original PC, CyberPower. Yeah, this is when it came in. I guess this was just for installation. This is a Windows 7 disk. And that's it. I think I did it. I think this place is clear. I found buttons.
What do you mean you found buttons?
Buttons.
Cool.
What the heck is this?
No idea. Looks like you can put something in it. It's laminate of some kind. Check it.
Trash.
Hey.
I think that's it. The graveyard has been cleared for the first time ever. So now just comes the science of figuring out what to do with all of these parts, because this stuff is useless to us, but it's not worthless. I think that's it for me.
All right, so we've done the living room. It's pretty good, nice and tidy. Everything up in that corner looks nice and good. We've done Raph's room. Obviously, there wasn't that much that we had to do, just a little bit of cleaning out his closet. Now we're gonna do my room. Now, if you notice, this isn't my room. My room's in there. First thing we gotta do is take down this wall. Kind of a wall, door. We're gonna take this down, completely get rid of it, and then start moving everything from there out through here. And when I say everything, I mean everything. With Raph's room, localized to one area, my entire room's got to go. Full reconstruction. So, I guess we'll get going. So I bought this, which is a huge curtain that's gonna run the length of here to divide the rest of the living room from my room. Let's see if this works.
Fancy that.
We have much more room for activities.
That was just the business of sorting all this mess.
Yeah,
And getting
but this
all
is
the
all-
bags to all the places they need to
Yeah,
be
because this is
thrown
mostly
away or
trash.
donated. A lot of trash.
A lot of trash.
Yeah, now the rest is just cleaning and housekeeping, but I
Mhm.
think that's the adventure part of it.
Well, I still have to do my desk and my shelving, but I'll do that on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a lot of tedious, just like, do I really need this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Alright, mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. That was the big ending.
Nice.